not one to buy into all the marketing hype. That's just a bunch of completely made up BS engineered to sell bottles. And frankly, I feel sorry for the poor souls who let themselves get swept away in all that. What you're going to find here today is an honest opinion on what matters most, and that's the juice. In this video, I'll be talking about the brand new release from Paul Gaultier, Male Le Parfum. Stay tuned. Male is an important scent to me. It's a fragrance that I've probably worn the most of in my life. It was my signature scent for probably 10 years, if not more. So whenever a flanker comes out, I want to love them. I really want to fall in love with every single Male release. Sadly, that's not always the case. I really enjoy Ultra Male and Eau Fraiche. I think they're great fragrances. Le Beau was good. In the Navy is fine if you're in the mood for a fun, Invictus style scent. I did think though that Aviator was quite a weak release. So is the new Male Le Parfum another weak release, or is it up there with some of the earlier flankers? So before I break down my opinions on this fragrance for you, let's just take a look at an unboxing and first impressions that I filmed a few days ago with this one. Here's my box. Here's the little tin, the famous tin. Please wow me. I really want to be wowed by this. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. As you can see, that's putting a smile on my face because I am getting Male. I'm getting Male DNA, which is good. I'm liking that. I do get a nice Male scent bubble. It smells thicker and richer, nothing like the piercing sweetness from Ultra Male. The vanilla seems to be a big thing in here, this kind of spiced vanilla. So I do get a little bit of the lavender of the original. It loses some of the freshness. I'm enjoying it. It's not the disappointment that Aviator was. You're going to feel like it reminds you of other things, I think, especially sweet fragrances with vanilla in. First impressions, really nice. I'm enjoying it. So there you go, a positive first impressions from me. For the rest of this video, I'm going to let you know how I feel about this fragrance overall. But let's start off, as always, by taking a look at the bottle and the notes. There's cardamom, lavender, iris, vanilla, oriental notes, and woodsy notes. Fortunately, I really enjoy this, and I'm going to do my best over the next few minutes to explain to you why that is. The first reason is, in the opening, there is a definite connection to the original Male DNA, more so than other flankers, notably Aviator, Essence de Parfum, Ultra Male, and In the Navy. To me, in the opening, this definitely smells closer to the original Male, and I really like the opening for that. Compared to the original, it's not as fresh, it's not got as much pop, it's definitely not as loud an opening to Male, but it does have a very nice opening, which I think is mainly coming from this sweet, spicy cardamom accord. So you get this sweetness, you get the richness, you get the depth, but also you get that really nice connection to the original Male. It quite quickly transitions into the mid, where I mainly get lavender, iris, and vanilla working together, and it smells so good. I really love the mid of this. I think it's the vanilla and the iris mainly, which is creating this beautiful accord, slightly reminiscent of something like Givenchy Gentleman EDP, where you've also got lavender, iris, and vanilla. It doesn't smell exactly like that. Similar, but you've also got that Male DNA swirling around in there, which is beautiful. So very pleasing, very classy. After around 2 hours, this changed again. The transition through the stages of this fragrance really surprised me, because I thought that maybe it would be quite linear, but the opening, the mid, the dry down, they're all quite different. So if you like development in fragrances, you're definitely going to get that with Male Le Parfum. And as it dried down, it started reminding me of something that I was very familiar with, and I quite quickly realized it was Baccarat Rouge 540. So I get that sweet creaminess, which I associate with Baccarat Rouge. I love that in that fragrance, which is why I love that accord in this. But there was something else that it reminded me of, which is an indie fragrance, surprisingly, and that was Imaginary Author's Telegramma, which also has lavender and vanilla in quite heavy doses. It doesn't smell exactly the same as that, but just has certain nuances that reminded me a little bit of it. Telegramma has a talcum powder accord, so you get a real powdery characteristic to that one, which you don't get with this. I wouldn't say that this dries down to be powdery. So the dry down is a high quality, slightly creamy, slightly boozy scent, which I really enjoy. Compared to the original Le Male, I would say it's more modern, more refined, a little bit more mature, but still just with the right amount of playfulness. Okay, let's do a bit of fragment. You're not going to get as much projection as Le Male. Le Male is a much louder fragrance, certainly in the older formulation, but even still in the more modern reformulation. So you're going to get around an hour or two's pretty decent projection, and then it dries down closer to the skin. You're going to get around 8 hours longevity. It doesn't become a complete skin scent. I was still getting quite nice wafts for the duration of that time, for the full 8 hours, but I think it is just a very kind of small scent bubble. I don't think it's going to be projecting out very far at all. I would say the best time to wear this is in colder temperatures, so colder months for me, that would be autumn and winter, although I think I could easily get away with this on some spring days as well. In terms of occasions, I think I would really like to wear this as maybe an evening scent, a date night scent, formal occasion scent. I think it would work really well for all those. If you were wanting to pick this up, the current costs here in the UK work out at around £60 for 100ml. You can also pick up 125ml or 75ml, which is the size of bottle I've got here. To sum up, I'd say that this is a more grown-up Le Male. This is a Le Male that really resonates with me because I think it perhaps better suits my current tastes and my current age. In fact, I think for a lot of us that grew up wearing Le Male since the 90s and are perhaps looking for something similar but maybe a little bit more suitable, this would be a good choice. I'll always have the nostalgia for the original Le Male, but for me, right now, I'd say this one is a little bit more relevant, and for that reason, I'm impressed. So that's my take on this one. It's not going to change the world. You will have smelled things similar to this. It's not a game changer like the original Le Male. I don't think any flanker in this line will ever be that, but it's very nice. I'm enjoying it and I'm looking forward to wearing it more. I think it's a pretty solid release. If you also love Le Male and you've tried this one, I would love to hear your thoughts. Please leave me some comments down below. So that's it from me. Thank you very much for tuning in. It is always appreciated. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it useful. Remember, keep tuning into FM, keep smelling good, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello.
Nice day today, isn't it?
Beautiful, yeah. Good day for filming.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, just filming for a YouTube channel. Yeah, yeah. Just a.
Put some talking to it too, or do you just?
No, it's talking to the camera. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
What are you talking on?
So it's just a channel about nautical things and sailors.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little. It's kind of a comedy channel, just a little bit of fun, really.
How many of you do it, or is it just you?
It's just me.
It's just
yeah,
you?
yeah, all on my own. Yeah.
It's on you.
Yep, I sail solo.
Yeah, great. Fun.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, if there's a shot, why not just walk into the background of it? Don't matter. Who cares? It's not going to ruin the video. Problem with being a sailor is you get your microphone wire tangled up in your rope. God, I look like a sight in this, don't I? Does this make me look gay? Boats coming past. I don't know who looks more ridiculous, them with all their face masks on or me with this sailor's hat on.
Tell us what you're doing.
Yeah, it's just a YouTube channel about just sailors and nautical things. Yeah, just a bit of an interest, just a niche interest. Yeah, yeah. You'll have to tune in.
What's it called?
It's called Sailor Mental.
Sailor Mental.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers. She'll never find Sailor Mental. Not with me on it anyway.